Maybe.
Well, hi there, Amanda.
Hello there.
As I sip from my red Solo cup, I fill you up.
I was like,
Let's
I don't
have
know
a
that song.
party.
I was gonna say I drink you up, but you can tell I don't listen to a lot of music.
I don't know. I don't remember what I just said. I fill you up. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if that's even right. I think it's. I almost said Alan Jackson. That's not right. Travis Tritt.
Sure.
Maybe? No?
I mean, I know the song. I know of the song, but it's not one I listen to. It's one of those songs I
It's
find
not. I
annoying.
know it's not Alan Jackson. I know that's wrong.
I'll take your
Might be
word for
Travis
it.
Tritt.
You could say a
Sure.
random white man's name, and I would believe you.
You're like, that's it.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, sure. Well, hi. We're a podcast. And we talk about neurodivergent shit and our
And
experience with neurodivergent shit.
and other things that we just fucking feel like it.
Yeah, and other things that we just fucking feel like sometimes. And living life as neurodivergent people. Because we are two neurodivergent best friends traveling the neuroverse together because we are living in a neurotypical world and we are not neurotypical girls. Amanda,
Yes.
what are we talking about today?
Basically just what's going on right now in the US and our thoughts about it. Basically the season 2024 or of this shit show. So we'll
So in
see
other
how it
words, this is
goes.
going to be a 2000 parter.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be here for 30 years discussing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot. We're going to have to give the ultimate Cliff's Notes version of happenings in the United States right now. Because it's a lot. It's been weighing, as Bailey Sarian would say, it's been wearing help. Help. I can't
Weighing heavily on our noggins.
It's been weighing heavily on my noggin. Love you, Bailey Sarian. I doubt you ever will hear this episode, but I love you. Yeah, it's a lot, folks. We're just running out the clock at this point because when we get out of YouTube jail, I want to be able to say things that I want to say, and I can't do that within the first 3 minutes. Right now, we're at 2 minutes and 54 seconds to be exact. So, how's your life been, Amanda?
I mean, just recently, today they had a gas line right near my house, like just down the street. So that was fun. I left. I wasn't really thinking much of it. Like the lady came on, knocked my door. She's like, "Hey, we're suggesting everyone evacuate. If you can't evacuate, at least turn the air off in your house." And I was like, "Okay." And then I was thinking in my mind, I was thinking like, "Oh, turn the air off so like the gas doesn't like circulate through your house." And so I was thinking, okay, it's not like they just don't want everyone to die, of a gas leak. But then when I was leaving my house, there were 4 fire trucks, 4 or 5 like Amarin trucks, like gas company trucks, and so as I was leaving, I'm like, I probably should have grabbed like my laptop, my external hard drives, in case my house blows up. And
Right.
I was just telling a coworker this week, I said, I was like, do I sound crazy? But it's like I have this really sudden urge and like really sudden feeling that I should keep like almost like an overnight or like a to-go bag in my trunk, like a duffel bag full of like extra pair of clothes, like a pack of underwear, a pack of socks, like an extra pair of shoes, water or a blanket, whatever. Like I keep like a case of water and like a blanket, and I have like emergency kit in my car. But it's like for some reason, I don't know why. I'm not like a doomsday prepper or anything, but
Yeah.
I just have this sudden urge. But now it's like I don't feel so crazy thinking that. Like I just have this like feeling. It's like you should like this someone in the back of my brain saying you should keep a extra stash of shit. And so
Could we talk about that? Because
yeah,
I've been having the same feelings, and we're gonna talk about that.
otherwise my work got broken into.
Whoa, what? I
Yeah.
don't think you told me this.
Yeah, I think I did. It was
I
a
don't
couple.
remember.
Yeah, it was not. It was a last. Was it last Saturday? Yeah, so we have him on video, but like it was, we determined it was like a homeless guy because he didn't take much. Like he went through all the offices because like some people had like their drawers open, but he didn't go through the cubicles. I probably felt like they weren't worth taking anything from. So from the offices, he stole someone's earbuds, which they weren't going to claim. It was something they got free from a conference. From someone else's office, they took like an emergency kit, but most he took from was food from our lunchroom. Like he literally just,
Yeah.
so that's why I think he's homeless. And he, what was scary because we're like, why didn't the alarm go off? He came while people were here, like where people were at work.
Oh,
Office is big enough that you can't tell. Like someone could be living in that office and you wouldn't be able to tell, like because there's a whole half of the office that we don't really go into. So someone could be living in one of the offices unless someone checks the cameras frequently. You would probably wouldn't be able to tell. But what was kind of funny and annoying was we like he stole a bunch of people's food. Like he took a bunch of food out. Like one of the IT guys, he goes, it's fine that he took food. He's like, but I'm a big guy. I don't share food. And he goes, he ate all my turkey and my cheese. He goes, man, I was gonna make a sandwich with that today and everything, and and like I went into the lunchroom to look for something else. I don't keep food in that lunchroom or really food at work at all. But
mhm.
like snacks I have on my desk. And I thought it was strange. So he left like trash, like he took like Premier Protein, like little individual like protein drinks. Like he left the
Yeah.
box of that, took the protein drinks, and then he took out two microwavable meals, had them in the microwave, still in their boxes, and had the microwave door open, set to 27 seconds, and just left them there. I'm like, I guess he determined that was too much work, or he was worried someone would hear him or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, so he was able to, and then he just left after that. So, but yeah,
How
that's,
were people there? Like, who was there
it was just
that
call
didn't
center.
hear all that commotion?
It's because the door he came in is not the door they go into. Like when I say this office is huge, it's huge. Like he didn't go in the
Yeah.
door that they go into. He came in another door, like a door like they wouldn't see because there's a bunch of
Gotcha.
walls, everything. So he just stayed on
They
this
wouldn't
side.
hear all the commotion?
No, he came. No, because it's not like, I'm not gonna say like what kind of door it is, but basically he was able to like jimmy it open, and
Oh, okay.
um and so he was able, and basically like I said, the whole areas that he was in, he probably went to the, I don't know what the like how long he was in the building. He came in about
Right.
12:30. They leave at 1. So, and
Oh,
they would have,
okay.
they were like in a corner over here and he's like all the way over
Okay.
here, and so the areas he was going into first, there's like several, like there's at least 100 feet between them and there's several walls between them.
Right. So he
So,
could have easily hidden from them and not
and then wait till
been
they
seen.
left, and then because the offices that he stole the two things from would have been in their line of view. So I think that's when he took them, like after they left. He just waited
After
till
they
they
left.
left
Yeah.
and just ate the food when they were here, or just hid until they
Gotcha.
left. So he might just one of those people, like he just watched, like he could have just
Yeah.
watched like the Saturday before, like when do people leave. So like I said, I don't think it was purely malicious. Like, yes, obviously he shouldn't have done it, but when the most you steal is someone's free earbuds, emergency
And some
kit, and
food.
food, like,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's the most exciting thing: a gas leak and thievery. That's been my life. No, he didn't take anything of mine. Like as soon as they said like, "Oh, check your desks and everything, make sure you didn't take anything," because I literally look over. I do this. I was like, "Okay, didn't take my Keurig," because this is before we realized he was like a homeless guy. It's like, well, I didn't take my
Mhm.
Keurig, didn't take my headphones that were sitting clear on my desk. But so that's it. That's all that's gone in my life.
It's all your excitement.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
and I'm seeing Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow. Pretty excited for that.
yay.
Mhm.
I was talking to Ray and Micah the other day, and I guess Ray had bought Micah a ticket for that, for passing their thesis
Mhm.
or defending their thesis or whatever. And so they went to see it the other day,
Nice.
and yeah, they really said it was really good. So I I want to go see it. Jordan wants to go see it, but we have not yet. So,
Well, it just came out yesterday or 2 days
yeah.
ago, so you're not, like, behind.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Uh-oh. Burp. Hold on.
But what's been going on with you?
Just more health stuff. We're trying to navigate the referral process right now to get me into a better neurology department because where I'm at, my neurologist is a fucking joke. Um, in so many words in front of my children, told me that I was crazy, needed to see a psychiatrist. It was a whole thing. I left his office in tears. It was a whole thing. I really don't want to get back into it because it was just awful. And I spent many days crying, and I don't want to do that again. So I'd called my primary, told her what happened, and I asked her to please refer me to one of the larger cities closest to me that has a like pretty well nationwide known hospital system and system of doctors that is really good at what they do. So I wanted to be referred there. And I finally got that referral sent over there. And then this wonderful angel woman who I was able to get a hold of called me after I confirmed the referral and everything. She calls me back later and says, "Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, your referral's going to get denied." And I said, "Why?" She said, "They're so overrun with patients. Like there's so many people that they already have, like the doctors in the general neurology department in this hospital group are so overrun that they won't even take new patients from their own ER department.
Hmm.
So it's that bad."
So like an outsider wouldn't even qualify.
Right. She said, "However, I might have a way to get around this for you." And I was like, "Say less. Tell me what I need to know." Like, I'm listening, all fucking ears, right? She's like, "I had just had to call you. I'm already clocked out, but I just had to call you and tell you because I could just tell in your voice you were so frustrated and I could hear how disheartened you were. And I can see in your chart that all of this stuff is jumping off the page at me, and I don't have letters behind my name. And I can see that this would be something we would absolutely see somebody for, and you're being dismissed. And I want to help you if I can." So
Mhm.
she tells me that she asks me, like, what else am I experiencing? List off my symptoms for her. So I did. And I told her about my neuropathy and my muscle weakness that I've experienced and the extreme fatigue that I get and like when my pressures get higher and these things get worse for me and the dura diverticula that I have and the displaced nerve in my neck and all those things. She said, "Perfect. Because my department is neuromuscular and I have physicians that are taking patients. So have your doctor rewrite the referral and lead with neuromuscular symptoms like neuropathy, like muscle weakness, like extreme fatigue. List those things first. Still list everything else you're dealing with,
Mhm.
your IIH and everything else, but have her start with those things at the top. Because when our referral department gets their hands on that, they're going to go, oh, they need to go to neuromuscular. And I'm going to get my hands on it. And then I can put it in front of my physicians and say, please review this. This girl needs help.
Mhm.
And if they feel like you're not a candidate for neuromuscular, they will put you where you need to go. And then we've circumvented this general neurology bullshit.
Mhm.
So on Monday, I have to call my doctor and explain all this to her. Then she even gave me a fax number that goes straight to the neuromuscular office to where if my doctor can avoid putting in another referral through the third party system that they use, which they don't, I don't know if her hospital group has to use it or if it's just something that they do so that they don't have to spend their time on the phones spend their time faxing things.
Right.
Um, but I have a direct fax to that office to where it doesn't have to change hands. It'll go straight to that girl I talked to. And then she can take it and give it to a physician. So I almost started crying on the phone. And I was like, you are a literal angel, because I don't know too many people anymore who are clocked out of their shift and going out of their way to call someone from their cell phone and tell them, this is how I can help you. Here's what you should do.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Basically, she's someone in the medical field that absolutely belongs in the medical field. Like someone other people in the medical field should aspire to be like.
Correct. She's like, I don't have the credentials that your neurologist has, but I can tell you right now what
Like
you're
she's seen enough.
experiencing.
Like she's seen
Yeah, I've seen enough to tell you that the symptoms you're describing to me would absolutely be enough to get you into one of my physicians, and are alarming to me and should have been alarming to him.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to have dismissed you in such a way is absolutely unprofessional. And he is someone who swore to do no harm. And her exact words were, if he doesn't want to do this anymore, McDonald's is hiring. That's what she said.
maybe
said,
maybe he can
yes,
maybe he can be a manager.
That's right. And so I don't know what I did to deserve this woman, but I thanked her profusely and told her that, like, even if this like all doesn't work out, like, just having somebody on the phone tell me, like, I believe you
Mm-hmm.
and I
And
want to try to help
listening to
you,
you and
and
listening to you.
listening to me, and like take like caring enough to be like, let me at least try. Like, that's all I fucking wanted. That's all I wanted this whole fucking time. And yes, I have my primary care who's like that, of course, but she has limitations and we've met them at this point. So I need someone with a specialty to now have that behind them, right? And I don't know if this girl is I don't know what her credentials are. I don't know if she's just the patient advocate. I think she's patient advocate is what she is. Um, so in the referral area. And so she's the one that like would receive these things, review these things, and then give them to the physicians like to review.
Kind of like a paralegal for lawyers.
Right. So she gets to see these things and gets to review these charts and has a medical understanding because she has to review them before she can give them to a physician. So like they can be denied at her desk. So she's like the go between the physician and the patient.
Yeah,
So she
she's like a
has,
sieve. Like she's like a
yeah,
like a
so she
caller
has to
ID.
know enough.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So she has to know enough to know that these are symptoms that she would absolutely pass on to a physician to look at. Right. So, like, I don't know. I was just happy about that. So Monday we'll do all that because she called me like 5 o'clock on Friday. So um I'll have to do that Monday. But other than that, because apparently I don't do enough already. My
Mm-hmm.
dad and I are in the process of starting a new business. So, as if I don't have enough going on already, we're going to start a business. Woohoo!
With
Um,
rocks, which is like every
with
ADHD
rocks.
autistic kid's dream with rocks.
Correct. Um, so yeah, we have a little business we're building. We've decided on a name. It's called Moonlit Owl Lapidary. Um, he will be the polisher, the creator of the beautiful stones and gems and things, and I will be the one putting them in jewelry. And so I'm going to be wire wrapping, and we'll sell pieces that aren't wrapped in jewelry as well. So we'll sell them separate, not put in jewels, but in jewelry. But my job will be making the pretties
Yeah,
into
the settings.
prettiers.
Yeah, make the
Yeah.
settings.
And then I will, I'm also in charge of like, he wants me to like get I'm in charge of like the marketing and the sales and that kind of part of it. So like I have to be doing market research. I have to be doing, figuring out where I can get these pieces into the stores around here and get them
Like craft
into some
fairs and stuff.
consignment shops, craft fairs, and all sorts of shit. So I have a lot of footwork to do as well as a lot of handiwork to do.
Using all the limbs.
So, hmm,
Using all the limbs.
mm-hmm. So, yeah, starting another business. We're gonna do it to it, Lars. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. But I'm real excited. I just got a brand new shipment of cabs today. Cabochons are the little stones. That's what the shape of the stone is called. It's when it has a flat back and a domed surface.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not faceted gems, so it's not going to look like a diamond or anything else. They're not faceted. They're just little domed, polished, beautiful little pieces, and they're tiny because I want to focus on wearable pieces. Statement necklaces are beautiful and there is a market for it, but the majority of the market is going to be in the smaller everyday wearable kinds of things. So that's what I'm going to have my focus on. So that's what we're doing.
Oh, good.
But anyway, now we can bitch. You ready? Let's do the thing, Aminder.
The review session is over. Now we can bitch.
Mm-hmm. Fucking hell. Okay. Where do you want to start? What do you want to start with?
I mean, okay, like today it's currently July 27th. So in the year of our Lord, 2024.
The year of our Lord, yes.
Yeah, the year of our Lord, 2024. So recently what's happened is Trump was pew-pewed. It
Don't say it like that, goddamn. Now I'm laughing and I don't want to, goddamn. Amanda. Fuck.
I didn't know if the S word would get flagged, okay?
No, it will be. We'll be back in fucking YouTube jails. We'll be really careful what we say.
He was pew-pewed on the ear. And
it's not funny.
It is. Funny. The word is funny, okay?
Funny how she's saying it. It's not funny what happened.
Yeah, the word is funny, not the act. Okay.
Not the act.
Apparently, yes. I saw like a picture, I guess it was either taken today or yesterday. He doesn't even have any bruising. Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Like, but I'm just a whole weirded out by the whole, like, you're telling me this man, like, had the perfect photo op after just so happened to get grazed by a pew pew, and which unalived someone else at that rally and injured someone else. I'm not sure if the other person was unalived as well, or just this other guy.
Just one.
One person was seriously hurt.
Yeah.
But he just so happened to just get little grazed by the ear. And today there was a picture of him without his little maxi pad on his ear, and he no wound, no stitches. They won't release his medical records. There's not even a bruising. I'm like, he bled quite a bit from that. Got the perfect photo op after it with him arm fist. Like, okay, you can't tell me that Secret Service would let someone go in front of American flag and like without making him duck down. You can't be serious.
To be fair, he does what he wants. So,
but to be fair, these are trained Secret Servicemen who should be able to bully an obese man into getting on the fucking ground. Okay, like.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So, I have thoughts and
the whole like some of these people like asking the questions. Like I saw this one meme of, you're telling me this 20-year-old like. Where did he get the sniper or not the sniper, the range finder thing? Where did he get the gun? I'm like, oh, he got the gun from his dad, who legally owned the gun. Like they owned over 20 of them legally. He just got it from him. Where did he get the drone? You mean a drone you can buy for less than $100 at Walmart? Why is that special? Mm-hmm. Like some of the points they were like, why to use the like. Why was he able to fly the drone around? I'm like, because he flew the drone around before the rally started. It's like, they're so pressed by the fact that this kid was a registered Republican. They're so pressed by that fact that they have to make up all this other bullshit about him.
Right.
Or ask all these stupid questions. Where'd he get the gun? Who supplied him the gun? Who supplied him? One of the questions is even who supplied him the van? He's 20 years old and I think had a
Right.
job. Like you're acting like a 20-year-old owning a used
A
van
vehicle.
is surprising. You're acting like this guy is 13 years old.
Right.
Like they kept calling him a kid. He's not a kid. He's a full-grown man. So
Yeah.
So that's what annoyed me.
My struggle with this entire thing, to be 100% serious, is I feel, and this will go into a whole other subject, so I do want to talk about it, but I want to just stay on this topic for right now. But it's pertinent. I do not know what to believe anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very confused. I feel very lost. I don't know what is real and what is not anymore. And it's getting harder to discern such because you can't find the same information on more than one website.
Right, and every
So
news news station, cable, like they all have their own agenda. They all
their
have their
own
own like
agenda.
they want to all meet the
Correct.
biases of their viewers and their readers.
Correct. Correct. I turned on YouTube and I saw this one. It was like maybe 2 boxes that had something. It literally had just been posted 35 minutes before I turned YouTube on. Because the minutes, I remember it exactly. 35 minutes, this happened. I clicked on the first box. I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been ABC News. Or MSNBC. I don't remember. I just clicked on the first fucking box. And I watched the video. I had so many questions from the instant that video stopped about how this even fucking occurred. And the more information that came out, the more questions I fucking had.
Because I know it didn't take long for him to get hit by one of the Secret Service snipers.
Because the first shot missed him. Because you heard it.
And you
I
see
heard
the bullet.
first one.
You see there's a picture, like someone was just taking a
Yes.
picture of him, like of Trump, and you could see like the
Right.
bullet in the frame, and it missed him. And that's when
Yeah.
I think he turned his head and was like, and that's when he
Yes.
shot him in the ear.
Right. But here's the thing. And here's what I want to make abundantly clear. Okay. Why I'm bringing this up. The conspiracy theory around the fact that he staged this, right? The whole thing that this is a Trump staged thing. I'm going to tell you why that's bullshit and why I don't believe that. And it's got nothing to do with the fact that I like the man. Because I certainly fucking don't. I think he's a deplorable fucking human. We'll just put that on the fucking table. I'm going to tell you why. Because weapons scared me for a very long time. I started educating myself on weapons because when I'm scared of something, what helps me is to learn about the thing so I can become less scared of it.
People usually fear what they don't understand, so.
Correct. So I'm trying to understand so that I have less fear and less anxiety around weapons. The level of skill that you would have to be able to point a weapon from that far away, or even close up for that matter, from any distance, even point blank, at somebody's head and perfectly graze their ear and not kill them, it's like a fucking 1 in a 9 bajillion infinity chance.
See, for me, it's like, I don't believe it's necessarily staged. I think he just made a split-second decision, like, I can work with this. I can do my perfect photo op. I can, have my little moment. I can look all hurt and wounded at the RNC, whatever. Like, not because like that he knew it was going to happen. I've seen, this is not something I believe. That's just one I think I've seen. Like, for one, okay, even if this kid was tired, like there's enough like background. Like, there's what's weird is that they don't actually know much about this kid. They know he tried out for the gun club but didn't make it because
Yeah.
he was too bad of a shot. And so they don't know why particularly targeted Trump. They think it's like he would have just kind of picked any politician and Trump just happened to be the closest one, like to where he lived at the time. So they don't know why he did it because they can't find anything. No suicide note, no
Right.
manifesto. He wasn't active on
Right.
social media. Even like it's one of those like after the fact, everyone was like all his high school, like all the high school kids are like, well, we always thought it was weird. Like he's
But
he's
never like
always
that level of weird. Right.
yeah. But and so like so even if like one conspiracy theory I saw is they hired the kid to just shoot at Trump, like they being like Trump's group. They should like
Mhm.
hired him to shoot at him, which to me I'm like, okay, but if you're gonna trust someone to shoot at you and not hit you, maybe don't pick a
Yeah.
kid that failed, like didn't make the
Correct.
gun club. But it's also like, but then
Correct.
he missed at failing to hit him, right? That's when he grazed his ear. But like then you're taking a big awful chance. So like I've even called out my liberal friends who are like supported like some of the conspiracy, like one of the things that came out was like he did donate to Biden. I think like the day Biden got inaugurated, like he donated like $15 to the Democratic Party or something like that. And then some of my liberal friends were like, "Well, that was actually disproven. That just happened to be an old man with the same name." It's like, but then it was disproven. That wasn't disproven. And I told my
Oh
friends, I'm like,
god.
okay, you can't like we can't get down on their level spreading misinformation. Like just because there's a
Right.
picture with words on it doesn't mean it's
Right.
true. Like so
Correct.
I call out shit like that. I'm like, because I tell my like I probably four friends that week. I'm like, not even related to that, but just to other things. I'm like, okay, don't spread misinformation, please. Like this is
Right.
not true. Like don't do
Right.
this. Like we're not gonna be any better than them if we do this. And then like another thing that happened was the day after there was a photo of Trump going around at a golf club. I'm not sure if it was Mar-a-Lago or what. And that was proven to be, well, this was actually taken 2 years ago. This isn't from today. And so
Right.
that was another thing I called people out on. I'm like, this is not true. Can we
Right.
please stop? I will say though,
Right.
I don't know if Trump ever called the family that of the guy that died, the firefighter that died. Biden did. But
He said yes.
the wife would not take it. She's like, my husband would not want me to take your call. Which I'm
Well,
like,
that's stupid,
well, your
but
husband. I'm like,
okay.
okay,
Um, from what I understand, yes, he did call, and he also had the they have a similar thing in the military, but they set up like a memorial thing with his helmet and his jacket and his boots and everything at the RNC when he accepted the nomination, and they did a whole memorial and a moment of silence and all of that. Like, so yes, he was in contact. He's raising money for the family. He called and spoke to the wife, and he said, I know that no amount of money would ever bring him back, but this is the least that we can do.
that's good.
Like, so I mean, I do think it's and there's been big people that have donated lots of money to this fund, and they've raised like I think he said like $2.3 million or something like that already for this family. Like he's like, I understand the money doesn't mean anything and it can't bring him back, but hopefully this eases whatever financial situation this puts you in or whatever. It was very nice. He was talking about it at the RNC, so he gave it plenty of attention.
That's good.
Um, again, I don't like the fucking man, but like I'm not going to say he didn't give it attention when he fucking did. Just like I'm not going to say that Biden didn't address this shit like he should have when he fucking did. I am very happy at how he addressed it. I'm happy at what he said. I think he handled it exactly how he fucking should have when it happened. When they asked him, it's like, I have a theory, but I am only giving you facts right now. There you go. That's a perfectly fine fucking answer. If you cannot legally say that this was an assassination attempt, why would you fuel any fucking fires that don't need to be fucking fueled right now by saying things that you don't know are true?
Right.
Which is exactly what he did. Good for you. I can see that he did a good thing, and I can say that thing was good. You know what I mean? Like, just like I can say the way that Trump handled the family thing was wonderful. It was a good thing. I can't say if he really meant it or not, but at least he showed
He
it.
he did the
Like,
attempt.
he made the attempt. Whether his morals and his beliefs were truly behind it, that's not for anyone to say. But he made the attempt, just like the same with Biden. He made the attempt. So,
Right.
and he made the attempt to call and make sure Trump was okay after it happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's wonderful. That's what a human being does for another human being. And that brings me to my fucking other topic. Like, conspiracy theories and bullshit aside, these are fucking humans we are talking about here. These are people with families. Yes, the Cheeto Man has done deplorable shit. Abso-fucking-lutely. He has some shitty policies. I would categorize him as a shitty person. But the Biden administration, their hands aren't clean either. I don't think there's a politician alive that has got where they're going without being a little bit shitty or shady. That's just how I feel about it. So I don't think there's a near one of them that can tell me or show me that they've gotten there the fucking right way. Because it's a game you got to play dirty, unfortunately. So, but that doesn't mean that these people deserve to fear for their fucking lives in America when they are doing a thing like campaigning for the presidency. It's fucking bananas to me. Kamala shouldn't have to fear for her fucking life. Biden shouldn't have to fear for his fucking life. January 6th should have never fucking happened. Fucking Trump shit, the rally shouldn't have fucking happened. None of this shit should ever have fucking happened in this country. It is ridiculous that these things are occurring here. It's ridiculous to me. Everyone's supposed to take our example because we're like the best place in the world. Newsflash, motherfuckers. Have you looked around? Because,
like highest incarceration rates, highest gun deaths, like whatever. It's like, okay.
This shit ain't what it used to be. The old gray mare, she ain't what she used to be. Okay? The bitch is tired. And she's limping. Okay? Like,
old Blanchie has to go down.
Whew, chow. She is long past retired. Okay? We need to reset this bitch.
And it's like, I would like to point out, it's like, me, like, I know some people were morbid and some people were like, oh, I wish, like, some people were making memes about it, like, oh,
that
he
pissed me
missed.
off.
And so I'm like, I was never in that camp because it's like, I don't want him dead. I just want him to, like, go away. Can you just retire, please?
Yeah.
Can you just go to Mar-a-Lago and stay there? Like, can you just not come out? Can we just take Twitter away from this man? And
who at that age has... Listen, you must have some sort of megalomania complex to be of that age and wanting to work at the level in which it requires of a president. I don't understand.
Right.
When I'm 80 some odd years old, you best leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, Trump is like
80, I don't want to be
70,
dealing with no people.
I think like
or
Trump
no problems.
Trump will be is 78. I think Biden's like 81, 82,
right.
Something like that. It's
Listen,
like, no. It's like, I want to be retired.
Old.
I want to be retirement age. As soon as I'm retirement age and I'm able to retire, I'm retiring. Like,
he don't need to be the fucking president. You got money coming out your ass.
It's a power thing.
You could never work a day in your life. But that's the fucking problem, though. That's the problem, though. He doesn't... A person like that doesn't want the presidency for any other reason than to flex on people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
He's just to
flex on bitches.
It's just something to put on his resume, put in his biography.
Right.
That's it.
He's just trying to flex on bitches. And you know what, buddy? You've already tried. And in some cases it might have worked out for you, but you couldn't keep your mouth shut long enough to stay in. Had you had a team around you that you listened to,
No,
you
he's too
might
good
have
for
been
that.
able to stay in.
He's smarter, stronger, faster, harder, Daft Punk, better than everyone in
Right.
the room. And no matter what room he's in, he is the smartest person in that room, according to him. Because remember, he said he's better. He knows better. He knows more about the military than all the generals. Even though he dodged the draft 5 times.
I knew shit was going to go downhill the second that Maddox pieced out.
Mm-hmm.
If there's anyone that you want in your corner when it comes to the military, it's that guy. And he said, or Mattis, I'm sorry, not Mattis, Mattis. He said, I'm out. You put me here because you needed my help. You don't want to listen to me. I don't have to have this job. Peace, bitch. And fucking walked out. And good for him. Good
It's
for him.
what's funny is that during Trump's term, I knew more about like the different cabinet positions, like and who was in the cabinets, because there was a revolving door of people. Like no one
Yeah,
stayed for very long. Like same with like oh, not the chief of staff, but the person that is that the chief of staff, the person that does all the press conferences, like in the
I
reporter
think so.
room. Chief of
Yeah.
staff, like chief of staff, just kept it was a revolving door. I knew
Just think
more.
about what it would be like to
Oh,
work for this man.
I know I couldn't handle it, but luckily I'm too ugly for him. But the I it's
I'll
like I
gladly
knew.
take that.
Yeah, it's like oh gladly. It's like oh
Please.
I'm too ugly for Trump to lust over. Oh thank God.
Thank God for small favors.
I'm also too old. But the whole like I knew more about the happenings of government, like who I could name like each different positions, not
Yeah.
fully, but like I could name like the different positions, the different cabinet members, whatever, more than any other time because I was just so fucking terrified. Like now, I couldn't tell you a single person that works for
Yeah.
Biden. Couldn't
I have
tell
no
you
idea.
a single person because it's like I don't fear for my life or I don't feel like I have to defend myself to the rest of
Yeah.
the world because I live in the US.
Right.
It's like, well, I didn't vote. It's like I didn't vote for Trump. Why do I have to gotta defend myself to you? Like
Right.
even when Scott and I were in Spain, the both times it's I told me and Scott kind of like we didn't do this, but we kind of joked like, should we just tell people we're from Canada? Because
I
we
remember
were
you
there.
telling me that.
Yeah, we were there 2016, which was before the election, but we were there like I think we were there actually the time that the nominations happened.
Yeah.
Like when the DNC and RNC were going on, at least the DNC. And the second time we were there in 2019 when Trump was in office, and we kind of just joked, we're like, should we just lie and say we're not from the US, or should we just own it and just say, well, we didn't vote for him, don't worry. It's okay.
Right.
It's not our fault. It's like, sorry, the electoral college voted for him, not us.
Right. Like I know a lot of people are just trying to like infuse some dark humor into this because we're so fucked in the head
Same thing with like
anymore.
last year. Last year, I think it was last year,
Right.
the year before. The guys, the rich people on the submarine, like that sort of
Right.
thing.
Like we're just so desensitized and fucked up in the head from living through our 9,336th fucking unprecedented event in the lives of a millennial at this point that we can't like
All
we
we got is
can't
our
get
jokes.
through it.
Oh, yeah, all we
Right.
got
All
is
we
our
got left are
jokes.
jokes, and I understand that, but like we need to stop pretending like weapons are this thing and people being shot and whatever is just it's just what it is. You know, it's just life. Like the the picture painted around like weapons in general and people using them and people owning them is already grim, right? Like, and I'm not coming to every Second Amendment person's defense right now. So please don't think that. There are plenty of issues that I know need sorted. But most people who own a weapon are not doing so to do shit like this, right? They're not. They're not. Most people who own a weapon can recite to you the rules of gun safety off the top of their fucking head. And the first rule of gun safety is never point a weapon at something you're not willing to destroy.
It's like
Know your
loaded or not.
target and what's
Like
behind
loaded or
it.
not. Yeah.
Correct. It doesn't matter. I don't care if the thing is disassembled. Never point a fucking weapon at something you are not willing to destroy. Period. Like, I don't believe the kid was paid off who failed gun club because he was such a terrible shot, was paid to point a weapon.
Like, yeah, wouldn't you pay
Like,
someone else who actually is a good shot, like a military background or
for
something?
Sure. For sure. Just think about the fucking sentence. Think about what you're saying when you say that. How dumb that sounds. Someone died that day. More people could have died. Like, this is not a joke. That kid did not have respect for his weapon, which is a tool. Okay? A weapon itself is a neutral thing. The person holding it decides what it becomes. The person who is holding it is what decides what that tool does. Does it destroy or does it defend?
Right.
Period. So I don't want this to be the picture that is constantly painted of gun owners in this country, because that is a whole other fucking problem we have to face. I do spend time around a shit ton of gun owners who are incredibly responsible people who would fucking never even fathom doing some shit like this. Right? The gun is not the fucking problem. The people are the problem. The mental health is the fucking problem. It's all an issue.
I will say though that like people are the problem. The mental health is the problem. Yes, 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 and yes. But with other countries that have restricted gun ownership, like not necessarily like restricted all guns or whatever, but do have more sensible gun control, they don't have this problem, and they have bad people and and have mentally ill people as well. So
I understand.
yeah,
like
I
said,
like
it's not perfect.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying like it's like, well, it's a mental health problem. You are correct, because we don't give enough tax dollars to help with mental health, and as soon as someone is seen as mentally ill, they're just kind of cast off to the side.
Right.
But like other countries that don't have like school shootings and workplace shootings and all these other mass shootings, like they also have mental health problems, but they don't have this.
I understand.
So that's my thought.
I understand, and I agree with you. Believe it or not, I agree with you. It's not a perfect system. It's not. But because it's not, and because, to be honest with you, like you've said before, I don't see that changing anytime soon. Like, it puts the people who are responsible with their weapons in a position to almost have to have one anymore because of the state of this fucking world. Like, it's getting to a place where, like, and again, I don't want to start sounding like a doomsday prepper because I'm not there yet. We're close, but we're not there yet. Like, we're getting scary. We're getting scarily close, but we're not there yet. I feel safer having someone near me who is carrying in the world we live in. I just do. Because there's shit like this that fucking happens. Like, I just do. You know? I don't know. That's not everybody's sentiment, and that's totally fine. I respect that. But that's where I'm at with it. I don't personally carry a weapon because I'm not fully comfortable with one yet. And I will not carry until I am. Because I'm a responsible gun owner. And if I'm not comfortable with my weapon, I will not be carrying it. Because it would not be responsible for me to have a weapon on my... So,
we switched.
Whoa. What happened?
I don't know. We switched.
That was weird. I didn't even touch anything. My hands are up here.
You like froze and then it switched us.
Weird. I have all my bars.
Me too.
Anyway, we switched. It's fine. So yeah, that's just my take on it. That's a whole other thing we could totally talk about. It's a whole topic in itself. But
Because we're just mainly talking about like one day that happened and like the
I
aftermath of
know
that. So we haven't even
this is
gotten
literally one day. We haven't even
like
gotten to the rest of it. Like,
yeah.
oof, and we're already an hour in.
So this will probably be a two-parter.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Because something I want to touch on for sure is media. We have to switch back because I look like I'm staring at nothing.
I know, and I look like I'm staring off to the side
How do we do that?
like
How
this.
fix? Oh,
I'll fix it. There we go.
yay. Cool. We fixed it. Um,
I am a
so
genius.
okay. So let's briefly touch on anything else that we feel like we need to touch on in this episode, and then we'll go to the fun and fuckery. And then we'll save media stuff for episode 2.
And more recent stuff that happened, like literally within the last week. Like basically as
Yeah.
like a preview, basically Biden stepped down, like he's resigning, like not resigning, but he's not gonna run. He's resigning from running for this term. And
Yeah.
then I know her name is Kamala. I'm gonna mispronounce it as Kamala, and I don't mean that in like I'm trying to be rude. It's because
Yeah.
Kamala Khan is a Marvel superhero, and so her name is Kamala. It's spelled the exact same. So every time I read Kamala, I read it in my head as Kamala, and so I'm gonna try to obviously pronounce her name as the way she pronounces it as Kamala, but I might slip up. So I'll
Yeah.
just give a
So
little
it
disclaimer.
is Kamala, right?
It is
It
Kamala.
is Kamala. Okay.
I just read it and say it instinctively as Kamala or as Kamala. So
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
yeah.
As well. I was pretty sure it was Kamala, but I don't know. Who knows? Because again, nobody says it the same way, which we're going to
Mm-hmm.
talk about next week for you in a
In
few
5 minutes.
minutes for us.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there anything else you want to add on this topic? I feel like I've pretty well said my piece on
No,
it.
it just I guess more like just stop thinking of conspiracy theories, like just wait until like the facts come through. Like the FBI is still
Yes.
working on this because it's like
Right.
they supposedly have found like 3 international accounts linked with this kid's name, but then they're like
Mhm.
and these people are like, why did this kid have 3 and like one of those theories I saw, like he has like $1.5 million in these accounts, and I'm like, okay, I'll just wait until that's what the authorities say, not some
Right.
random blogger on Facebook. Okay,
Correct.
like it's like it's not something I've really like dived into deep. And then also, motherfucking stop like with finding random pictures of other people saying it's this kid. Like someone on 4chan posted, I think was what like is a trans person, like has like face piercings, like black clothing. They're like a trans
Oh
person, and
no.
then they're like, look at this, like look at this thing, like this person, like this is what the shooter is. They want to say he's a Republican, as if trans people can't be Republican. But it's also like the person that posted it on 4chan literally admitted that they only posted it to stir shit up. They know it's not that person, and so but people are
Look, the
still
trans
running with it.
community does not need any
Yeah.
more bullshit. Okay, leave them the
Yeah.
fuck alone. Leave them out
So,
of this.
and I'm like, okay, but now you're possibly ruining this person's life. Like, it would be
Right.
very easy to find out who this real person is. Like,
Right.
you're ruining this person's life. Obviously, like, I think once they realize that's not the person, because, oh, that person's still alive and not shot by Secret Service, but it's also like, you're possibly ruining this person's life. And like, there was like another video, like another picture of him, like a screenshot, like, why is this kid in this random, like, BlackRock video? It's like BlackRock's like a company. I don't really know what they do, but they're like a bad company. But it's like, you mean he just happened to be in the background of a video that was taken at his school? Okay. like just
Hold on.
stop
I
doing
have
that
to know what
shit.
this company is.
BlackRock.
In
I don't know
investment
if
management.
yeah, and so yeah, I think I was like, I know they're like the capital company, like a wealth company, but they've done some bad shit from
Yeah,
what
there's
I
all sorts
understand.
of yeah, there's already like a bunch of videos about like this person and this person and this. No.
Yeah,
Listen. Wait for the facts, please.
yeah.
Wait for what the investigation
Like
says.
like
Draw your
we
conclusions from that.
obviously like social media is helpful, like it's how we do our page and everything, but social media was a mistake. It was a fucking
Yeah.
mistake. Like, can you imagine, like, Reagan himself was shot and had an assassination attempt, and
Right.
he actually was like, was actually didn't stand up and fist pump, in front of American flag, but it's also like, can you imagine, like, Abraham Lincoln was shot. Can you imagine if social media existed back then? Jesus Christ. Like,
Mhm.
I'm just glad it didn't because, as much as I use, like,
John
social
Wilkes
media.
Booth, fifth cousins, Christie's kid
Yeah,
from
was secret
Alabama,
was
some
secretly a
odd shit.
Republican was secretly a
Yeah.
Republican that, whatever, blah, blah, or they were paid or
Mhm.
just all this nonsense. So it's like, as much as I use social media, it was a mistake. I'll admit it was a
Right.
mistake. So
My
I
god.
guess that's all my thoughts.
I just saw your chat.
I know. I wasn't sure. I'm like, I'm waiting for her to look to the left or look to
I
the
didn't
right.
even notice it until just now. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, that was a minute ago, 10 to be
Mhm.
exact."
Mhm.
Yeah. That's good. We're good. I'd say that's good. You're good? I'm good.
You don't need two uninformed people's thoughts left on this topic. We're just like, we're informed but not like deeply invested in it, you know?
Right. Yeah. Like, just everyone needs to take a fucking deep breath, please, and leave the conspiracy theories to the people who already wear the tinfoil hats. Please don't give them any more fucking ammunition.
Right.
Okay? Please. It's okay to have your opinions, and I understand how people can draw some of these conclusions, but some of these are just fucking way out of left field, and it's not helpful, and you're just causing more confusion and more problems. And with the way that this country is going and everyone's collective mental health right now, it's not the time to be
Mhm.
adding fuel to this already fucked up fire that we are, this dumpster fire of a country that we currently have. So if everyone could just take a breath and maybe grab a bucket of water instead of a bucket of gasoline, that'd be great. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That's enough. Okay. All right. That's it. Time for the fun and fuckery portion. Here we go. Headphone warning just in case it's really loud, but I
Okay.
think I turned it down.
Enough?
Headphone warning. Okay, here we go.
I like the
Yay.
unicorn because now it's like, it reminds me of the unicorn you drew.
Yeah. Should we show them?
Yeah, if you want.
Should we show them the punicorn? Here. I shall show them punicorn.
There we go.
I drew a thing, y'all. It's punicorn. She's very cute. It's like a baby sympathy.
Mhm.
I drew her. Share screen. Window. This guy. Share. Ew, she cute. It's a little baby punicorn. I drew that.
I did that thing.
I will tell on myself though. I found this cool thing on my drawing app that I have that it's called symmetry, and it'll
Okay.
draw a line down the middle of the page, and then whatever you draw on one side of the line, it copies it on the other side.
Oh, okay, so that's why it was
Which
so.
is yes, so which is nice because me no good at replicating the same shape twice. So I mean the hair obviously I couldn't use it on. Couldn't use it on the horn. Couldn't use it on the heart. But like her body and her head, like it literally just drew a line. It draws a line right down the middle of her. I only had to draw these shapes once.
Mhm.
And then it just duplicated it on the other side,
Yeah.
which great for me. So I'm able to actually make art that looks like art instead of one side of art that looks real good, the other side like what the fuck happened over here. So and then I drew in her hair. So it's great.
Nice.
So cute. She's so cute. So yeah,
I like
we're
it.
gonna remove her now. She's so cute. Oops, sorry. I made it all about me for a second. Holy shit.
It's all about me.
It's all about me. Okay. Well,
Now,
now we have things to do. Hold on, let me grab my mad lib. Come here. Oh god, that was a really close-up version of my face that nobody fucking asked for.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize thoroughly. Got a real close-up version of me on that one. Okay. Let me put my mic back so you can hear me real good.
Okay.
Okay. We're rolling to a close on this here book, Minder.
I know. We just have like this one, and I think one more.
Oh God! So we're gonna finish it.
Yeah.
Like today.
Yeah.
Because we record 2 at once. Shit, son. And I still have to pick my words because I don't do things I'm supposed to do. So
We
okay.
kind of made this like a 2-parter, like right before we decided to do
true.
it. So.
That's true. Okay, Minder. I need a noun from you, please.
Bumper car.
Cute. Bumper car. Another one.
Thundercloud, because it literally thundered like right when I was doing that.
Thunder.
Thundercats.
Oh! We're ridiculous humans. Adverb, please. I wrote Thundercats.
I mean, you could probably change it just Thundercat instead of Thundercloud if you want.
Okay.
Just your Thundercat.
Perfect.
Deservedly for the adverb.
Deservedly. Okay. Noun.
The original 151 Pokemon. What?
Okay.
What? I was coloring a Pokemon coloring book, okay? Well, not coloring book, coloring page.
The original
151 Pokemon.
151.
Oh, don't wait, I have even longer ones waiting for you.
Thanks.
You have long ones too. That's what she
Person
said.
in That's what she said. And you're right, I do. Have a couple kids, they start to point to the floor. So okay, person in room female.
Nikki.
Okay. Why you gotta drag me into this shit? All right, noun.
Fruit by the foot.
Okay. The foot. Plural noun.
Alley cats.
Alley cats. Wasn't that a cartoon?
Probably, and I was thinking of Thomas O'Malley, the alley cat from
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause the cute little Marie plush. I need her so bad in my life. Okay. Adjective.
Barbarous.
The fuck?
Barbarous. BARBAROUS.
The fuck does that mean?
Basically barbaric. It's another way to say barbaric.
Sure. Okay. Noun.
Collection of Beanie Babies.
Listen,
Linda. Apparently I'm going 90s with this because I did Fruit by the Foot, original 151 Pokemon. Thundercats was, I could think of that, and that's from the 80s, but still.
That was, yeah.
And then Beanie Babies, which also mainly 80s, but also in the 90s.
Okay. Plural noun.
Human train wrecks.
Oh,
what?
no.
What?
Okay.
She always gives me this look, if you're not watching. She always gives me this look as if she's disappointed in me.
That one could go several ways. Okay. Verb past tense.
Because there's no ing fucked. There's no ing ones in here. I had to make do. And it was
it's fine.
Yeah.
A place.
Seventh circle of hell.
Seventh circle of hell. Was that some Bible bullshit?
It's a
or is it from a game or what?
It's Dante's Inferno, I think is where it mentions it. It's like a book.
Is that a book?
I think a book or book, a play, a long poem. I don't know. Dante's Inferno.
Okay, cool.
Couldn't tell you who wrote it.
Okay, cool. Probably Dante.
Maybe. It was his Inferno.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Part of the body, plural.
Ruptured appendices.
Ma'am,
What? Appendixes, I think
you
that's how
should
you.
have more than one of those.
I don't care. It didn't say, like, parts of the body, how many you have.
Ruptured
It could've said brains. Like, it doesn't say how many you have.
appendices.
C's.
Sure. Verb.
Strangle.
What'd you say?
Strangle.
Strangle. I thought you said streaked. I was like, what?
Yeah, strangle.
Strangle. Plural noun.
Horcruxes.
Okay. Horcruxes. God, the burps. They won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Damn. Okay. Adjective.
Garish.
Garish.
Garish. Yeah, garish.
Okay, cool. Verb.
Postulate.
Postulate. Same person in room, so moi.
Moi.
Another verb. Damn.
Dance the electric slide.
Okay.
I was gonna just put dance, like, no, it's boring. And I was gonna say boogie woogie oogie, because that's a lyric in Electric Slide, but I was just like, dance the electric slide.
Electric. It's electric. Boogie woogie
Boop.
oogie.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can
Uh,
feel it.
It's electric.
It's electric. Boogie woogie oogie.
Noun.
Okay, here's the long one.
Oh no, I have the tiny ass space.
Okay, we'll try. Box of Crayola crayons with the pencil sharpener.
Jesus Christ.
You know the one with all the rich kids had.
Crayolas with pencil.
That's not what I said, but okay.
Shh. Sharpener. That the rich.
You don't have to say that part. I was like, I was thinking,
like it out.
I was saying after the fact.
Okay. Adjective.
Prehistoric.
And then finally a noun.
Satanic panic.
Oh god. Okay. Satanic panic.
Another 80s thing.
For the love of Christ. All right. This is called My Not So Evil Stepmom. On the second to last Mad Lib.
Yeah.
In our book. Okay. My dad's on his second bumper car, and boy, is she a Thundercat. I really wanted to find something deservedly wrong with her, but she's as sweet as the original 151 Pokemon. Thankfully, Nikki is a lot nicer than my real mom. I was hoping for a Cinderella situation where I triumph over my evil fruit by the foot, but even her two alley cats.
Evil step fruit by the foot.
Oh, step fruit by the foot. But even her two alley cats are ridiculously barbarous. One of them even set me up with a cute collection of Beanie Babies. We all get along like gang human train wrecks. Whew, okay. She and my dad fucked on a singles cruise to the seventh circle of hell. If I could tell she made him happy by the way his ruptured appendices lit up every time he mentioned her. I was ready to strangle her guts the first time we met, but then she brought me a box of my favorite Horcruxes. I could complain that she's almost too garish and thoughtful. My mom likes to postulate whatever I say about her into something negative. Like if Nikki gives me a present, my mom will say, "Oh, she's just trying to dance the electric slide, your love." It's the oldest trick in the box of Crayola crayons with the pencil sharpener that the rich kids had. I think if she remarries, my mom is going to be the most prehistoric stepmother ever. I already feel sorry for her future boy satanic panic.
Not my best
Oh
work,
my
but
God.
still funny.
I mean, they fucked on a singles cruise to the seventh circle of hell is pretty fucking funny to me. I just am having a hard time showing my humor right now because my brain is not braining. And yeah, my body's doing a fuck you. So it's fine. Okay, we're done. That's enough.
Julie, do the thing!
I'm afraid there are no more things to do.
That's it. We've had enough. We're done. We have a whole nother episode to record. I have to take a piss. And
Get a drink for me.
maybe find a snack. So.
Sounds good.
And I have to fill out a fucking Mad Lib since I forgot.
It is what it is.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go do that. And then we're
Okay.
gonna record next week's episode, okay?
Yep.
And all of this is staying in.
Yeah,
'Cause
see you in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, see you in 10 minutes. We'll see the rest of y'all next week. All the things are in the show notes. We have nothing to link this week, but you know where to find us. Oh, we never mentioned that we don't have a Patreon anymore, but we don't have a Patreon anymore. We shut that down for now because we don't have the spoons.
Couldn't keep up with it.
And we don't have enough interest at the current moment, so it's going to take a back seat. It's been archived. When there is interest, we will reopen it, but until then, it's not a thing. So no merch, no Patreon. So all of our video episodes are going to be back up on YouTube once we're out of YouTube jail. And yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, we love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Maybe. Possibly. Sure.